Rolling with the top down, always at the place to be. Head down, fly chick, you know when I slide, I'm the VIP. I'm the VIP. It's that little boss talk. It's that little boss talk. When you touch down in LA, the one you got to see is me. Come and talk that talk with me, little boss talk. It's that little boss talk. Let's talk, yo. Little boss talk. Let's talk, yo.
Hello, welcome to Little Boss Talk, and I am your host, Tanya Renee Banks, and I am so excited with my guest today. His name is Jvpitr. He is a singer and a dancer and a performer. So, first, I want to introduce Jvpitr.
What's
Welcome.
going on? What's going on? Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
I'm so glad. I'm so excited to have you in the studio today.
Look, we here, okay? We here. I appreciate you.
So I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna start right in.
Come on.
What inspired you to name yourself Jvpitr?
So Jupiter is a king planet. It is also the planet for the Sagittarius, because I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay.
The greatest sign in the world. And I just wanted people to hear my music and experience it. Like, I wanted it to feel like when you're listening to it, you're not just hearing it, you're feeling it. You know, where you're, whatever story or whatever picture I'm painting, you're in it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, because I just feel like with certain artists, when they create music, you can almost feel the emotion or like feel what they're doing, where you kind of are in the situation with them, and then you turn the song off and you're like, oh, I'm at home. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted everybody to come to a planet, you know, come to where I'm at.
All right. Go to planet Jupiter, y'all.
You know what I mean?
So what is your art background and how did it all start?
Man, my parents will tell you. I've been, let me see, singing at 11 months? 2?
Oh, wow.
How young, basically, because they'll tell you different. But I just knew that there was a sound I like how it heard, there was a sound I like how it sounded, and then I just kind of took off singing from there. And then when I turned 13, I started just writing little poems, and then I wrote my first song. I don't know if it was good, but I like how it felt, you know. And so then from there, I just kept going.
Okay, I have a question. I'm gonna back you up a little bit.
Okay.
I read in your bio for your kindergarten, graduation or talent show, you sung a song.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask what song was that?
I Believe I Can Fly.
I knew it.
I believe.
I knew it. I knew it.
It was I Believe I Can Fly.
Why I had a feeling because my daughter and Angelique, she their kindergarten class sung that song, or preschool class sung that song, and that was the song that year.
Right.
Man, so okay, all right, okay, keep on. I just had to ask that question.
No, that's pretty much the basis of it. I mean, 13 was when the door opened as far as me expressing myself.
Okay.
And trying to give people my feeling as opposed to trying to grab somebody else's feeling.
Okay. Now, what genre of music do you feel you fall in?
When I create music, I feel like I fall into the R&B pop category.
Okay.
But I gravitate toward the R&B, neo soul, soulful. Like I'm over there.
Okay. So, growing up, what inspired, like what influenced, what songs or groups or songs that really influenced you?
Man, Eric Roberson, Music Soul Child, John Mayer, Usher, Prince, definitely Prince.
Oh, God.
Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? But I had to discover Prince later because, I'm not nowhere near the 80s, but But when I was able to listen and appreciate what he was writing, I was like, this man was a genius. So those are just a few people that inspire. Oh, and Raheem Devine. I can never forget Raheem Devine.
Definitely.
He's amazing.
And who would you like to collab with or work with?
Chris Brown. Chris Brown for sure, because I meet him, I'm gonna battle him. I just feel like we would be friends. We just would be cool friends. But Chris Brown, her, Layla Hathaway, Music Soul Child, of course, Usher, Anderson .Paak, and if I could collab with Silk Sonic, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, and Akeem Ali.
Oh, okay.
I think those are my top people right now.
Okay. Now, do you feel it's important to know your contemporary and predecessors? Both? Or both? Why?
Probably predecessors, because a lot of the people, especially now, when you ask them what influenced them, or when you listen to like their style, they're always digging in the crates. Very few times will you hear somebody say, "Oh, I listen to like a Neo." Neo's amazing, but if you were to ask Neo who influenced him, he probably would, dig in the crates and say, "Oh, this person."
Right.
So I think it's more so better to go into the past and listen to those singers and those writers, because number one, you had to have talent. You had to have something to say, and there was no such thing as like punching in the way we have it now, where everything is like super digital. You mess up here, we could tweak it, or we could stop here, you could pick up here. Like back then, you mess up from the top.
And it was full band.
Full band. Like it was somebody on the keys, somebody on the drums, somebody playing the bass, this person singing this note, don't mess up this harmony, this all we got to, so it's a different kind of magic when you're listening and feeling that type of music. So I definitely think the predecessors, if anything, like you can learn from your peers, but it ain't nothing like old school music.
I know that's right. I toot the horn on that, and I totally agree.
Nothing like it. Nothing.
Now, what are some of your greatest accomplishments?
Writing for Enrique. That was fun. Sitting in the room with Frank Nitti, mad scientists, and just kind of being around people that have been where I want to go. Definitely dropping, music and having people feel it and say, man, this song made me feel this, or that song, you really did it here, or this was right here, bro, right? That really makes me feel good that people can connect with it.
And how many albums have you produced? So
I have one EP, one album. It's streamable everywhere, so make sure you go check that out. And I have a few singles as well, but yeah, one album, one EP.
And can we talk about what's going on now, like your latest project?
My latest project, Callisto, The Journey of Love, streamable everywhere. That album it's very personal. It's the journey of love. It's my interpretation of what love makes you feel, the hate, the love, the up, the down, the sad, the willingness to be vulnerable and give yourself, the feeling of, I don't want to give myself, I want to tuck away in a corner,
Right.
It's literally a roller coaster of every emotion that love will make you feel.
Okay. Now, what motivational quote or lyrics keep you focused?
My aunt says that the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror.
Okay.
So it's very difficult.
I love that.
I
love that.
It's very difficult, but when you are focused on what's going on in front of you and you're pushing forward, everything in the past or everything that's kind of pushed you to where you are, you take the gems from it and you leave it, you know. And another one is you can bring up my past, but I don't live there anymore.
Okay. That part.
Those two.
See, and it seems like it's so hard for people to leave the past in the past because it's the past. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it molds you to who you are in the present, but at the same time, you can make your future a whole lot better than the past.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. And I think it's important to work. It's important to get healing, and it's important to realize sometimes you might not get I'm sorry. You might not get, you know, the things that you wish you could have heard or the things that you feel would have made you better. But at the same time, where you are, you can now fix it, or you can move from it. You can heal and be, you know, who you need to be as opposed to who you think you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
And how many albums have you produced? And can you talk about your latest album?
So the latest album, my favorite song on there is, I think it's going to have to be Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Anywhere.
Oh, shoot.
And the reason why
Hold on. Okay.
So my favorite song on the album is Anywhere. And the reason why it's Anywhere is because that's like, I produced it, I wrote it, arranged it, I sang it.
Okay.
You know, so it was literally like, this is all me, you know?
Okay.
So Anywhere is my favorite one. But the album as a whole, because I went from kind of just writing it and singing it to writing, singing, co-producing, producing. So it went from being kind of like a one trick pony to like, just put me in the studio and I'll come out with something, I promise.
So how did you, like you said, you started being a singer, then how was it transforming into producing and then writing and then, you know, arranging, I mean, doing the whole thing?
Man, it was hard. It was really hard because when you're listening to Luther Vandross and you're singing, you know, This House Is Not a Home, you're singing his stuff.
Right.
You know, whatever he's feeling, that's what you're projecting. When you're writing, it's now, you have to be vulnerable. Because people can feel, if you write a song and it's not true or if it's not coming from a place, you can feel it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was hard, you know, and then producing is like a whole nother, it's like a whole nother beast, because it's like, okay, well, you got to have this drum, you got to have this snare or this kick or this bass line, this melody, this has to go with this. Are they clashing? Are they clipping? You know, like there's so much that goes on that side that it's like, I need like 50 checks like, to get paid for all of this, you know? So
right. You know, hey, you that's how you do it.
It is.
You do everything so you can get all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Man,
checks.
I'm trying to tell you, but it was hard. It was hard. It was worth it though.
Right.
But it was worth it.
Okay. Do you play any instruments?
I'm learning the keys.
Okay.
I'm learning the keys. Right now, it's a lot of what I hear and what I feel.
Okay.
But I want to know how to read it. You know,
right.
and how to really arrange it to where it makes sense. Not just I'm guessing, okay, this chord, maybe this chord works. Maybe, you know, so little bit of keys, but we gonna get there.
I think once you learn the keys, learn how to play, it'll be easier to write and you know, create.
Oh yeah.
You can be playing with the keys and then, oh, that sounds good. Then you go to sleep and then you think about the words. You want to match that with the keys.
Absolutely.
So.
And then all of the greats, you know, the Stevie and Babyface, and they sitting there playing the keys and all of a sudden words come out, you know? So, I mean, you got to learn the keys. You got to know your chords.
And you said that as a songwriter, you have written for
Enrique, the Backstreet Boys.
Oh.
James Leone. He's his grandfather is the president of Ecuador.
Oh,
That
okay.
was fun.
Oh,
That was
wow.
super fun. But yeah, those were some interesting projects.
So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Within the next 5 years?
I'm gonna be one of the greatest people to ever walk this
I know
earth.
that's right. Claim
I'm
it,
gonna be
boy.
one of the
Speak
greatest.
it.
Gotta be.
Speak it into existence.
Gotta be. And there's a lane right now for people that are looking for real music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's a lot of real music out there, but I'm like, we got to get it back mainstream.
Yeah. I was just talking to someone the other day. I was like, they just don't make music like they used to.
You got to look for it. I mean, you know, there's.
I mean, you have to. I just have to go on Pandora and
Yeah.
listen to all my oldies.
But I mean, it's people like Levin Kali, Hakeem Ali, her, Snow Allegra.
I love Snow Allegra.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
there's so many artists that have good music. It's just not put
It's
on
not
the mainstream.
Right. You have to I have to tell my Alexa, play Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, her.
But you don't. You know, it's you just gotta dig for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You just gotta
Yeah.
dig for it.
It's usually like word of mouth
Oh yeah.
rather than being promoted. Are there any special performances you have coming up?
Not just yet. Right now we're just building and making sure all the marketing is done right for the album so that we can push it to the masses the way it's supposed to be. But that's really it. Right now it's just focusing on getting all of the content out there.
Okay. Well, we're going to break. We're going to do a break right now. Hey, boss babes. This is Tanya Renee Banks, and I want you to go to my website, TanyaReneeBanks.com, and purchase my book. It's not what you're called, it's what you answer to. I will personally give you an autographed copy if you go to my website and purchase it. Again, TanyaReneeBanks.com. Get your copy today, and somebody need to call Oprah. Okay, now we're back to Little Boss Talk. So we're going to finish talking, y'all. And I am here with Jvpitr. So we're getting ready to talk about the Beyonce and Kelis. Now, for many of you who don't know what's going on, let me fill you in. There's a controversial situation between Kelis and Beyonce because Kelis went on social media talking about Beyonce stealing some lyrics or whatever from her Milkshake song on her Energy record on the Renaissance album. So, as an artist, how do you feel about that situation?
You know, that's a sticky one. Beehive, don't come for me, please. Don't attack me. But I see both sides. You know, I mean, Beyonce doesn't put out trash. You know, like
Right.
all of her bodies of work are amazing. It is what it is. But I can also understand if I have a hit record and that's like the record, I will want to get paid for it. So I get both sides.
Okay, well, from my understanding, I thought she was Beyonce.
She would have.
Beyonce was gonna hook the sister up.
She would have.
And you know, like I can understand both sides,
Mhm.
but if it was me, and that was like my only number one hit, even though I did like Bossy, I'm Bossy. That was my song. But anyway.
Or the I hate you so much right now.
Okay. I mean, okay. I mean, but Bossy, but Milkshake. If I had a hit like that,
Mhm.
and Beyonce or someone, you know, showed love and put it on there, I would be impressed. I'd be like, okay, she bringing me back out, you know. Like,
I mean, but I don't know, cause I know a lot of the percentage wouldn't have went to her either, because she don't own that song.
Exactly. So that's even more so.
But that's why I'm like, I can understand why she would feel like I won't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a sticky one. That's a sticky one. Because, I mean, because in the background, you have your producers, you have your writers, and then you perform the song or whoever else has their hand in the pot. So depending on how they worked it, she might have got, 2 pennies as opposed to everybody else that's really eating. So, I mean...
But I think Beyonce would have kind of brought her out, like took her on tour with her, brought her out on stage.
Yeah.
Get her own little ducats,
I mean, but that's...
Do a remix.
I don't know. That's just a sticky one.
Mm-mm.
That's a sticky one. But I mean, I think that it does bring clarity to what a lot of artists probably are going through and what up and coming artists don't know about.
Right.
But I do think I don't know. I'm not big on putting my information on social media, like as far as,
that was
what I'm saying?
my next question. How do you feel about these artists going on social media, talking about their issues? I mean, I just think once you put it out there, you can't take it back.
And you have a spotlight on you.
And
at all
I
times.
think you kind of get in your own way. Talk about it behind, let the lawyers, fight it out and work through it and, see what the situation is. But, a lot of these artists, they come out ranting, on social media, and then because they're ranting out of their emotion. So, I mean, and even people in relationships, you shouldn't work off your emotions because you'll say something that you will regret that you can't take back. You can't swallow those words back. Once it's on social media, you cannot erase it.
Yeah.
It's there for life.
Yeah, but I mean, words don't jump in your mouth; they jump out.
Yeah.
So they come from a place. Like I know some people will say, like, "Oh, I didn't mean." No, you meant it. You just wasn't mad enough before to say what you wanted to say.
Right.
But I mean, I don't think that you should post not that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I also wonder how much of it is real and how much of it is relevancy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how certain people have gimmicks or they have something that make it, they kind of boost, ratings or whatever the case is.
Right.
So I also wonder, okay, how much of this is I'm just saying this because I'm really feeling this, or I'm saying this because I know once I say this, I'm relevant again. I'm trending. I'm here. Y'all gonna look this. Y'all gonna look at that. Y'all gonna, like, that's, I don't know. Like, that's.
And that's another question. As an artist, which is more important to you? Capital gain or respect?
Respect. Definitely respect. Because, I mean, when people respect you, there's a lot of different doors that you can walk through just off the strength of, oh, I respect this person.
Right.
You got pulled when it's like, no, I can trust this. I respect him. He good. He or she, they solid. So definitely respect.
So what is your thoughts about Beyonce's team's action?
Honestly, because Kelis doesn't own the song, she did the necessary steps to get it cleared. So she did what she was supposed to do. Wasn't shady. Because somebody cleared that song.
Exactly.
Somebody said it's okay. Because Kelis doesn't own it. So and Beyonce not about to do nothing sticky. She too, you know what I'm saying?
She don't have to. And from my understanding, I was told that she just removed it.
Oh yeah.
She was like, you know what?
But that's another thing. That just shows what type of character she has. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, there's drama with this. Okay, bye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
and that's why I was like, I think Kelis kind of just got in her own way on that one because I think she could have got paid. Not that I don't know if she needs money or not, but it's just it would have brought her back out.
Yeah, but I mean, she does some stuff. She was just doing she was hosting a show. It's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. It's a cooking show.
Oh, okay.
So I do know that she's doing other things.
Okay.
But I mean, I also don't know what happened as far as her deal went.
Right.
You know, it could just be a sour taste of people are always taking or they're not asking me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we also don't really know what she went through. That could have been PTSD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been something on her side that just kind of felt like, dang, so y'all doing this again. Now I'm back. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, you know, so I mean, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But I do think Beyonce's team, they did what they had to do. I'm sure Beyonce gets sued for different things, you know, on the regular.
Well,
so
you know,
she was
when you're that of a mega star or celebrity, when you considered a A-lister or even a B-lister, you're gonna be a target.
Absolutely.
You're gonna be a target. I mean, it's no way around it.
Yeah.
It's no way around it.
Yeah, she was gonna make sure her nose was clean. And her husband, we have the same birthday. I'm waiting to celebrate. I'm waiting to celebrate. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm like, me and Jay-Z, we gonna kick it and we gonna have a December 4th day. You know, we gonna have a birthday twin day. We gonna handle that.
You hear that, Jay-Z?
Make sure that you come get at me.
Okay. Let me see if anything else you think that the viewers might need. We're gonna take another break, y'all. Hey, boss babes. This is your girl, Tanya Renee Banks, and I want to liven up your kitchen. So I need you to go to my website, TanyaReneeBanks.com, and order my Angel Cinnamon Spread. I put it on my toast, bagels, waffles, pancakes. Heck, you could put it on whatever you want. But go to my website and order yours today, TanyaReneeBanks.com. Spread the word. And we're back, y'all. Let's talk, y'all. And I am here with Jvpitr. Now, we're about to get up out of here, Jvpitr. It's been a great time kicking it with you. Very, very, very intelligent young man. I appreciate your company and you coming in.
Thank you.
But so now, how can your listeners or the listeners and the viewers find you? And what are your handles on your social media platforms?
You can find me at Planet Jvpitr. That is J, V as in Victor, P-I-T-R. J-V-P-I-T-R. All streamable platforms. I will pop up. I promise you. Any social media, Planet Jvpitr, I'm going to pop up. I promise you. Also, because it's not on this table, there is some cinnamon spread. Y'all playing if y'all don't got the cinnamon spread. Y'all better go on this website and get the cinnamon spread. That cinnamon spread is fire.
Well, thank you for the shout out. Yes, everyone, go to my website, www.tanyareneebanks.com. And you can order my book here. It's Not What You're Called, It's What You Answer To. And my famous cinnamon spread that Jvpitr just spoke about. He bought a couple of my spreads, so he it's fire.
It's fire. Like, I'm not even just saying that. It's really, really good.
And also, you can go to my YouTube page, Tanya Renee Banks, and all my social media handles. One Little Boss 7 on what is that? IG, Instagram, and Tanya Banks on everything else, on Twitter, TikTok. What else is I'm on? TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Facebook is Tanya Renee Banks. Yeah, you can catch me on all of it. Catch my TikToks. In fact, Jvpitr is on some of my TikToks.
And Instagram.
But thank you, and I thank you for logging on and tuning in on Little Boss Talk. And again, I am your host, Tanya Renee Banks. Bye.
Rolling with the top down, always at the place to be. Head down, fly chick, you know when I slide, I'm the VIP.